I have a confession to make. I lied to you guys. Because 3 months ago, I made a video titled The Only Upgrade That Can Do This in Chimps Mode, where I completed the ALL POPS CHIMPS challenge to round 200 with the Legend of the Night. And at that time, I genuinely thought Legend of the Night was the only upgrade capable of such a feat. But I have found another upgrade, and it's not even a tier 5. It's the tier 4 Sun Temple. And the reason I have faith in this upgrade is because it has received a ton of buffs and balance changes recently. So if you get the right sacrifices for it, the temple can deal absurd damage. But is it strong enough to complete ALL POPS CHIMPS for 200 rounds? Let's find out. Here we go, guys. We are going to start with the Super Monkey, of course. I did give myself extra starting cash, which is required for an ALL POPS CHIMPS challenge with the Super. I wouldn't consider that cheating or anything, especially when I'm comparing this video to my Legend of the Night video, because I also gave myself extra starting cash there as well. But anyways, off the start, let's remove this. We definitely just want to be removing these gems as fast as possible. That extra income will come in handy a lot when I'm trying to build towards that Sun Temple, which is $108,000. Not necessarily cheap, especially with the fact that I'm going to want max sacrifices on it. 50,000 of primary sacrifice, 50,000 of military, and 50,000 of magic. So if I end up adding all that up with the upgrades for the Super Monkey, it's going to be in total near $300,000 investment. Also, at this point, we probably should just get our hero down. I did bring Adora actually, which is going to be a little bit interesting because typically in these ALL POPS CHIMPS 2 Mega Pop type challenges, you'll always see me using the hero of Geraldo. Because in most cases, Geraldo is just simply the best hero. He's got the rejuvenation potions, which can reset your abilities. He's got sharpening stone, jar of pickles, Jerry's fire, Moab glue, creepy idols, and all of that combined can help you out a ton in these challenges. However, in this case, I think Adora is just simply going to be better. And that's due to the level 7 blood sacrifice ability, where if I sacrifice a tower inside of my Sun Avatar or Sun Temple's range. Also, wait, round 24 camo balloon. Okay, let's actually go back a little bit. And instead of removing this right now, I will get a submerge and support in the range, yeah. But as I was saying, the sacrifice is really nice. If you use the sacrifice with level 20 Adora, it doubles the attack speed and range of your Sun Avatar or Sun Temple. So that'll end up being significantly more effective than the buffs Geraldo would give. I could go for the removal right now, but I think I'm actually going to continue waiting because I do need to get a Alchemist, I've now realized. And it probably would have been smart to place my Super Monkey slightly farther away from the track because this Alchemist might be able to see Moabs, which is my concern. But yeah, this is going to be the only way we can deal with leads early through an AMD buff Alchemist. Oh, and that doesn't even work. I'm pretty sure what I need to do here is just get super range on the Super Monkey as well, which is going to be the cross path I get on the Sun Temple at the end of the day too. But by having the range upgrade, I now have more Pierce in the Super, so we can deal with more leads every time the AMD throws. And it looks like that does make the difference. Perfect. Okay, and at this point, we can start the 3K removal. And I think in total, from removing every one of these obstacles, you'll make roughly an extra $101,000, which means if you add that into the normal income you make from 100 rounds of chimps, it'll be like $280,000 at the end of the 100 rounds. So we'll probably end up getting our max temple around that timing. By the way, round 38 gets me. What I could do is get a glue gunner down. Just will give me a lot more time to defend and maybe put Super Monkey in strong targeting. Let's see. Oh yeah, the glue helps me out a ton. Only a couple leads remaining now, and we are good. The nice part about this glue gunner as well is we can build it towards a glue storm later, which will help me out in 2 different ways. First of all, it's going to give my Super Monkey +2 damage, which is really effective on the Sun Avatar, as the Sun Avatar just has a base damage of 1. But it will also act as a primary sacrifice for my Sun Temple later, because you have to remember we need to stack 50k of all those categories. So it's going to be best if that 50k spent is on something that'll be helping my defense in the process, without stealing pops. Okay, it's looking like round 43, I can start this removal. You can actually have multiple going at once. Most of the time your money does not work out this way because you can't afford the next removal by the time the previous one finishes up. It was just, this was a rare instance where it did work out. And what do I want to save up for next? I probably should get a village in here is my thoughts, because one of the upgrades I will need is an MIB, and that's due to the fact the top path Super Monkey has no purple popping power. Now you could say, why don't you just not buy the top path for a while? Well, the issue with that is I'm going to start struggling against the rounds without the Plasma Blast upgrade. So how about I just do this? We'll get a discount village right here, and then I'm going to get a second village underneath discount into an MIB. Or just radar scanner for now is fine. Also, let's get a range on this one so I can discount the Super Monkey and buy Plasma Blast for cheap. Oh wait, that was a bad timing to do that though. There's purples around 48. Okay, so we want to do that after round 48 passes. In that case, round 47, we'll just go epic range and maybe glue splatter. Hopefully that's enough to defend. Epic range does help your pierce out even more. It's looking like that works. And that can also pop the purples in 48. There we go. Now I can upgrade to Plasma Blast because there's not going to be any more purples until round 62, if I remember these rounds correctly, which will give me more than enough time to afford the MIB I was talking about. By the way, guys, I know this is like my 50th video or something crazy on 3 Mines Round, but I've just been loving this map recently. It's great for these chimps challenges because the extra income can provide for some challenges that weren't really possible to do beforehand. But it did make me think, like almost all my videos are on either one of the easiest maps, such as logs, 3 Mines Round, that type of stuff, or one of the most difficult, because as you guys know, I've been doing the expert list series recently, and I just made a video on tar pits. So it does make me feel a little bit bad for all of the forgotten maps, like in the intermediate advanced categories, that rarely get playtime for my videos. So if you have any ideas on good challenges I could do for those types of maps, or just interesting video concepts, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm open to hear out your ideas. I think we probably should just get the MIB at this point. We'll have it in this location. And here is the BFB. I think we'll take this down still. Still, also 0 pops on the Alchemist, 0 pops on the Monkey Sub, and 0 on Adora. Those are currently the only other things that can steal pops. But I don't think the Alchemist is going to be able to see any blimps. Maybe we'll see a Zoom G with where its range is at. I'll have to keep track of that. 60 was easy though. Sun Avatar is 18.3k. Okay, that means I'm not going to have a Sun Avatar for round 63, which is actually a bit of a problem. And round 61 gets me. Let's try a stronger stimulant with the middle cross path. The Alch buff is really nice on the Super Monkey when it's active because you get that extra damage, which helps out a ton. But the only problem is the Alch buff's uptime is horrible, since the Super Monkey just attacks so dang quick. That did help me out enough though. And I'm guessing I'll need to get something else around 63. Maybe I can afford a Glue Strike? Yes, we can afford it because we actually just got the removal done. First of all though, let's see if we can defend without a Glue Strike, because then we could start the next removal earlier. I'm guessing we can't, but you never know these days. Actually, we're hanging on pretty well. Maybe a little bit of targeting too can help out. I could also buy Sun Avatar, but that's even more expensive than the Glue Strike. Last wave of ceramics. Put you on first targeting. Maybe back to strong. It's really hard to tell how good we're defending these balloons on this map, especially because you can't really see how many loops they've done. But we did defend. And the nice part about this Alchemist is it could also act as a magic sacrifice for the Sun Temple we'll be building later. Oh wait, this got pops. Uh-oh. That's a problem. When did that get pops? It was round 65. So it must have seen a BFB somehow on this round when it didn't see the round 60 BFB. And that's one problem I've noticed in some of these videos I make. The consistency with targeting can be a little bit off because I don't think every mob necessarily takes the exact same pathing. Let's see if it attacks again. Yeah, it did attack again. Man, that sucks. In that case, we can try getting Glue Strike up, and maybe that'll avoid my Alchemist from attacking, because I can pop the BFBs faster. Glue Strike now. Extra 2 damage on the Super Monkey. Yeah, there we go. Alchemist should not attack this time. Okay, we've made it to round 75. If anything, this is the round I need to worry about Alchemist stealing pops for sure. Let's go Glue Strike right now. A little bit of targeting. It's going to be unfortunate I don't have Sun Avatar at this point. Oh, and it got pops. How did you get pops, buddy? Okay, no pops. Yes. That makes no sense. There's no BFBs in range. You see that? It got an attack on the blimps when there was no BFBs in range. It's like attacking the Moabs somehow. Okay, I can't. I'm restarting for the second time. We're placing the Super Monkey like all the way over here. I think this just needs to be done to avoid the Alchemist from getting pops. Okay, thankfully it did not take me very long to get back to round 75. There is one slight optimization in this playthrough as well. I did not get the Submergence Support Submarine early because I just used a Camo Village for round 24. The Alchemist is no longer going to steal pops, hopefully, in this location. Round 75 is looking difficult still. Maybe with just better Glue Strike timings we can make this happen. The Super Monkey is significantly worse defensively in this location, that's the only thing. Because it's farther away from the track, so the range covers less area, and it has to shoot balloons farther away as well, which means it's going to miss more often. Defend, please. Okay, I think this is it. We left the back group of BFBs alive, which is really big because that's going to give us time to get the glue strike back. Alright, let's pop these mobs down and then we'll glue strike the ceramics. Strong targeting. Glue strike now. And we have defended round 75. Wait, round 76 though. Don't end it. I need glue strike back for round 76. These red balloons are saving my life right now. Do I get it back in time? I don't think so. Am I dead here? Wait. Oh my gosh, that was so close! What if I change the targeting up, like last targeting or something? Please? Wait. It's so close to working. Yes! You wouldn't think last targeting does better against the regrows, but sometimes the targeting can surprise you. Okay, we got 72k. Let's go. Do I just get Sun Avatar for round 79? I think I probably need it, but let's see how I look first of all without it. But if we glue strike now. Oh yeah, I definitely need Sun Avatar this round. There's no doubt in my mind. By the way, still 0 pop stolen and everything. It's annoying that I need to get Sun Avatar for this round just because that's going to delay the 100k removal for a very long time. On the bright side, the Sun Avatar destroys everything. It is quite a bit stronger than the Plasma Blast. I think it has 3 projectiles instead of 1, and I think it has extra Pierce as well. Okay, we can afford the 100k removal probably in round 86 is my thoughts. So I don't technically need to wait super long for it, which is nice. Come on. There we go. But yeah, that means I'm not going to be able to get my Sun Temple until like round 106 at this pace, because I'll need the 100k removal to help build the Sun Temple up. Defending that long might be a little challenging. I'm thinking we get Glue Storm next. That's going to be a really big help for us. Pretty much constant +2 damage for my Sun Avatar. And here's where the MIB comes into play. Wouldn't be able to pop these purple balloons without it. Still 0 pops and everything, by the way. Okay, round 96. This is where things get a little bit interesting. The Pierce of the Sun Avatar is going to be difficult to go through everything to defend. It's going to be tested. It's looking like I'm dead. Wait. Barely surviving. I don't think I'm beating round 98 then, though. With how hard round 96 looked. I guess I could buy Relentless Glue. I still need to spend more money on primary towers at the end of the day. And here's the big 98. This round's going to be difficult to get beat. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on here. I need another Glue Storm off cooldown. Please? Yes? Got it? Man. And at this point I tested a couple different defensive combinations for round 98. Didn't find anything I liked. So I ended up going back one final time and making a few optimizations. The main one of these optimizations is not getting the Alch buff or the Glue Strike early, and instead just getting the Sun Avatar early, which was actually a much better decision because it allowed me to start the 100k removal on round 84 instead of 86. Then besides that, I just had slightly better village spots, and I did finally find a solution to round 98 by building an overclock, which I didn't necessarily want to do off the start because it is a support category, so it won't count towards the sacrifices. However, it does help out a lot defensively. Okay guys, we are finally back to round 99. It's taken me quite a long time to get back to this point, but feeling somewhat comfortable in my defense. Hopefully we can take down this BAD. I should be able to, I'd like to believe. Okay, that's 2 laps done. Last lap, Blue Storm, and we're good. Nice. Every pop for 100 rounds on the Sun Avatar, that's not bad. Everything else has 0 pops, even the Engineer, right? Yep. And if we defend for 3 more rounds, I do get the 160,000 cash from that, which is going to be huge for me. But defending 3 more rounds is actually more difficult than you'd probably guess, because round 104 in specific. Well, actually, no, we're going to make this clash in round 104. Round 103 is a difficult one, though. Yeah, there's like a bunch of blimps here. This is like round 98 on steroids. And I'm dead. Okay. Well, what can I add? Let me think about this. We do need to spend more money in the primary category still. So how about we get Relentless Glue and another Glue Strike and see how that ends up playing out. The Glue Strike can help cover some of the Glue Storm downtime. That did defend the Moabs, which is good. Rest of these ZOMGs. That's Glue Storm. Glue Strike now. Okay, we're handling. Glue Storm. Overclock. Wait to Glue Strike. Now. I think I'm still dead. And the one upgrade you might think I should use is a Desperado. But the thing is, if I get a Deadeye, no matter the location, this is still going to reach. It just has too much range, so I can't really use Desperado. Let me do some math real quick and figure out how much I've actually spent on the Glue Storm and stuff. Okay, we spent about 30k, which means I can spend another 20k in primary stuff. Let's get Relentless Glue. And honestly, let's get a second Relentless Glue. I think I have enough cash. Yeah, that's about 50k of primary sacrifice now. 2 Relentless Glues, a Glue Storm, and a Glue Strike. I'd imagine this is enough defense. I'd like to believe so. One of these on strong, one of these on first. Okay, we're definitely looking better this time. Oh, barely not hanging on. Okay, we finally beat round 103. I had to get a Glue Strike, and 2 Relentless Glues with utilizing different targeting on the Sun Avatar. It's difficult. But now we got the last removal, so I have 171k, which is really good. And what should I do with that money is the question. Well, I've pretty much got the primary sacrifices done. I think we'll get the magic done with getting a Perma brew. And now all we need is the military, which I don't know what to get for military yet. Probably support Chinooks is the best play. We already have a little bit spent on a submerge and support submarine. I'm thinking my Sun Temple is going to be in this location, by the way. Okay, 3 support Chinooks actually puts my money where I want it. Should have 50,000 of military sacrifice now. And with these Chinooks, I can also move around some stuff, which will be kind of nice. Let's Glue Storm this, overclock. Move the Perma brew. Oh wait, we don't want to move the Perma brew yet though. So we'll wait for round 105 to finish. There we go. Now we move the Perma brew up here. Oh wait, but then it's gonna Perma brew my overclock. And then the overclock might be able to steal pops. Leave the Perma brew in this location then. And in addition to moving that, let's move you up here. And let's move you into this location. But the plan's pretty simple. At this point, we have all of the sacrifices I need. 50,000 primary, 50,000 military, and 50,000 magic through the Perma brew. So we just need to get that Sun Temple and we'll be solid. All right, guys, we now have the money. Let's go. Move the Perma brew back in here. We're gonna move you. Oh wait, we need to move this Relentless Glue slightly. That's fine. And now we're gonna move you right about here. I think it's gonna be the best location for the Sun Temple defensively. Oh, it's 108k. It's not 100k. I'm stupid. Okay. Well, we'll wait 1 or 2 more rounds then, and do the exact same thing at that point. Okay, let's try this again. Sun Temple here. Buy it. That should be a max sacrifice Sun Temple, and we have every pop on it. And then next thing I want to do pretty much right away is get Discount Village and a Camo Village, because we need camo detection in the sky. There we go. Right, just in time for those DTs. Also, let's get Jungle Gems in this too. Now, obviously, we want to buff the Sun Temple. We'll be getting like Ultra Boost, all of that jazz. But I'm curious. Let's just see, first of all, without buying any buffs, I'm not even using my overclock. How long can the Sun Temple make it? Also, I have a little bit of a funny story. So, if you're guys not aware, I'm from Ohio, and in the US right now, specifically like the northeast US, I guess it's kind of going through a lot of the areas though, there's a massive snowstorm. Pretty much the worst snowstorm of the decade. There's going to be tons of snow everywhere, the temperatures are in the negatives. My area is expected to get like 10 to 16 inches of snow, which is crazy. But it's funny because yesterday I went to the grocery store, and normally I go to the grocery during the week because it's just less busy then, and I get to see all the moms at the store. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But I went to the grocery store yesterday at like 10 a.m. on a weekday, and it was so busy. Everyone's panicking for the snowstorm. Some of the aisles are empty. There's people everywhere. And this one lady at the store had 6 gallons of milk in her cart. And I was just like, that's crazy. Even if there's a storm, there's no way you're gonna get through 6 gallons of milk before it goes bad, you know what I'm saying? I just thought that was funny. But either way, Sun Temple still defending absolutely everything. If I were to guess, I'm thinking we're gonna die to around 140, probably just lack the single target damage. But we'll see. I've pretty quickly saved up 60,000, which is good. Honestly though, with all the balance changes Sun Temple's been getting recently, and the planes in specific having an insane amount of single target damage, we might be good against the round 140 BED. Round 138, I think we're fine against these DETs. And here we go. Do I defend this without an overclock used? It's gonna be hard to tell actually. That's 2 laps. I don't think I will. With overclock used, I probably will be fine though. Try this again. Overclock. The overclock doesn't necessarily give you an entire 66% buff on the Sun Temple though, because it doesn't buff the Sun Avatars. It only buffs the Temple's main attacks. But even with that, I still should be able to defend. Yeah, we have a loop remaining. That makes a big difference. Okay. Either way, at this point, we probably should just get the Ultra Boost up once I can afford it. There you go, and start stacking on the Sun Temple. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, how am I going to utilize Adora's Blood Sacrifice to buff my Sun Temple? Because for that to work, I need Adora to be in the Sun Temple's range, and if I had Adora in the Sun Temple's range, obviously Adora would be getting pops. The thing is, I've already thought about this problem, and I have a solution to it. That solution is support Chinooks. My plan is between rounds, I'll be able to Chinook Adora to my Sun Temple, use the sacrifice, then Chinook Adora back into the corner, and avoid her from stealing pops with giving the buff to my Sun Temple. Now, we're not going to need to do that yet, and it's going to be best to wait as long as possible before I have to use the blood sacrifice because it costs some money to use it. But that will be a tactic I'll be utilizing for sure in the later rounds. That's 9 stacks though. I should also get a Relentless Glue here, and probably stack 10 times on this as well. And what should I purchase next? I'm thinking Homeland defense or Perma brew. To get the Perma brew up, I need a heli alongside of it though, so then we can Chinook the Perma brew away. Do I have enough money at this point? I don't know how much both of them cost as well. We can get the heli right about here. No, I don't have enough money. We need like 3,000 more. Okay, we'll have enough for the Perma brew after this round concludes. And I'm gonna get the Perma brew in this location, but I have thought about a problem with this upgrade, and that's the fact that it won't throw the buff between rounds. So I need to start round 168, have the Perma brew throw, then Chinook it away before it steals any pops. Let's try this. Okay, that was not good at all. I just noticed that round has GTs though, so the Perma brew can't actually damage GTs if it doesn't have camo, so we'll place it over here. And the heli can't damage GTs either. It can damage the ceramics though. Let's see if we can make this work. 0 pops? Okay. Wait, lock in place over here? 0 pops on the... Yes, we got 0 on both. Oh my gosh. The DETs were clutch for me to make that play happen. And now we have Perma brew on our Sun Temple. You just love to see plays like that happen. Let me tell you. Now I say for Homeland defense next, I'm pretty sure is the best play. Now, one disadvantage of not getting the support sacrifice on the temple is all the stuff I'm building is going to cost the regular price. So it's a little bit harder to build up these buffs, but it definitely was the correct decision just getting magic, military, and primary, because if I didn't get one of those, our tempo would be significantly weaker. Let's get cold arms up though, and I've got to say, it is very visually satisfying to see the Sun Temple and all of its attacks just going to work here. I love it. All right, we got Homeland defense up, round 186, still have every single pop on the Sun Temple. We're at almost 200 million pops. I think in my Legend of the Night video, we got 400 million total, so we're gonna see if we can pass that with the Sun Temple. That would be quite the achievement. I feel like pretty soon here, we will start to need the help of Adora. The BDs are definitely becoming difficult to defend, I'm not gonna lie there. But we still are holding our own. Round 191's done. I think I probably should add a cold arms now. It's the next purchase to make, so let's get one in this location. We still are missing out on a decent bit of support upgrades. I could also buy like a glue storm, balloon sabos, maybe an energizer. Well, getting an energizer in one of these pools would steal pops, but I could in theory get like a Lord of the Abyss back here and then an energizer. That would be very expensive though. And we've made it all the way to around 198 without utilizing our hero. So I'm guessing we'll make it to 200 without using Adora's ability. So in theory, I could have made it this far with Geraldo as well. But post round 200, Adora's definitely going to be much stronger. And we have made to round 200. Now, I'm guessing I need Adora's ability to help me for this fortified BD. There's no way we have enough single target to pop this down. That would be insane if I did. Let's see how close we are to begin with. Yeah, we're going to die with still a decent amount of HP remaining. Okay. In that case, we're going to move Adora into the temple's range. This is a tactic I was talking about beforehand, guys. And I need to sacrifice something of 4k value or more, which is this mob glue. So sacrifice you. That gives me the max sack. Then I'm going to move Adora back. Oh, look at Adora's range, though. Adora might be able to see the blimps. We're going to move Adora here, though. That's why we have 2 support Chinooks, so I can move Adora twice. And last but not least, let's add a glue strike for a little bit of extra damage. Homeland defense? You can see the attack speed of this is significantly faster now. Glue strike now. Please defend. Adora hasn't attacked yet, which is good. Overclock. Oh wait, I think my overclock, I got the overclock bug going on too, where I lost some overclock uptime, which is not ideal. So I might need to retry this round to avoid that bug. Second BD is what I'm more concerned about, because I couldn't have the Homeland as well of timing for it. Oh, and the blood sacrifice wore off. No, the blood sacrifice wore off. And the thing is, you can't use the blood sacrifice while Adora's in the corner, because it doesn't help the temple. Adora needs to be in the range of the temple for it to buff. So there's no way I could reapply it mid-round, if that makes sense. Okay, start the round. Did it attack off? It didn't, okay. That means I was able to use the blood sacrifice like half a second later, which might make a difference. Pop, please. Blood sacrifice died off again. Wait, we defended the DTs. Okay. I think we're good. All we need to do is defend these ZOMGs now, which I think we'll defend. If I can blow back, yeah, because we blow back the BFBs every time, which is really nice. There you go. At this point, we're playing on borrowed time, though, because if there's more fortified BDs, we have to use the blood sacrifice every time against fortified BDs. Regular BDs, I could probably defend without it, I'd like to believe. They are quite a bit stronger now, though, is the thing, because of ramping, so maybe I can't defend them. Homeland again. I don't think so, actually. I think we've got to use blood sacrifice, like, every round now. And the max sacrifice is 4,000, but I actually don't need a max sacrifice for this round. So we'll sacrifice something a little bit cheaper, because we just need a little bit of extra oomph here. And hopefully that makes the difference. I think it will. Blue strike. Yep, we defend the first two BDs at least. Second two. Ideally, we don't use Homeland again. Yeah, we're good. So we can have Homeland for the next round. That wasn't too bad. All right, what's round 203 have in store for us? And it looks like there's a fortified BD, so we definitely need sacrifice here. I'm at 11.3k, so I need to spend 4k on something. What's the best way to spend 4k? All right, this is actually pretty close. An embrittlement is like 4.1. That's close enough for me. Sacrifice you, bring you back into the corner, and hope this defends. Homeland defense now. Blue strike. If there's two BDs, like one at the very end of the round, I'm probably screwed. And we should be fine to defend the rest of this, right? Yeah, we're good. That actually almost ran through, though. The funny part about the Sun Temple is it defends everything else easily. Like DETs, ZOMGs, all of that stuff is not difficult at all for this guy. Oh, this round might be the death of me, actually. 2 fortified BDs with like 4 regulars. This is insane. I don't think I defend that second one. The second fortified. Overclock. Yep, glue strike again. I don't see it. Maybe there's a chance, some way, somehow. There's no way to defend the DETs is the thing, right? We can pop the layer too. Let me think about this a little bit. The thing is I can't snowstorm the DTs because snowstorm will deal damage if I get the top path on it. So Sabo's the only thing I can use to actually slow down the DT. All right, here we go. Take 2 at this. Homeland now. I'm gonna wait to glue strike until the second BD comes out. Yep, there we go. Let's get Sabo up in the top right-hand corner. And I think I'll utilize last targeting a little bit, actually. Last now, when the speed is on top of it anyways. And then we'll go back to strong. Homeland defense. First targeting. Be ready to Sabo. There's no way. Yeah. That's it. Round 205 is the end. Sun Temple put up a very good fight. So unfortunately, it did not outperform the Legend of the Night, which made it to round 212. I think the Sun Temple would have outperformed it if I could use upgrades that got pops, but supported, like Super Brittle and Cripple Moab. Those definitely would have pushed the boundaries quite a bit. But either way, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Definitely was a lot of fun. I'm back out. Peace. Have a good one. Also, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. I'd appreciate that.